So maybe I'm guilty of hoarding consumables as well. These are my other bins of consumable bits. These are spare lenses for the attendance cabinet. I seem to have quite a few. And then there's a whole bunch of these, which are QFF style fuses. These are for my Northern Telecom, as you can see, SG1 PBX. Oh yeah, these are QFF fuses. These were used quite extensively by Nortel. Pretty sure the SL1, Meridian, all the DMS products used it. Notice the price on eBay for these has been gradually creeping up somewhat aggressively, probably due to Nortel imploding. Yeah, these are color coded, so these are, as you can see, they are white. White, that's 1.33 amp. I don't know why I have bus fuses. Those are purple. Those are 1/4 amp. Yeah, anyway, I've got a couple in here. Oh, and some more fuses for my Strowger PABX. And they're sizes that aren't even in the system. Right now they're all red. And now I have some reds and other. Oh, look. Yeah. Right. QFF fuses. Oh. This is, oh my, oh, I've burnt 2 of these fuses. Oh, why is that one blue? I don't know. This is a grasshopper style fuse. Here's the grasshopper. My step switch test stand uses this style of fuse. So you can see there's a tradition of weird fuse values. The Nortel was 1.33. This is a 1.33 amp grasshopper fuse. More QFFs. And then under there is just a few more QFF style fuses. Just a few. But like I said, the stuff isn't being made anymore. So when I see them cheap on eBay, I will buy them. And by cheap, I don't mean the guy selling like 3 fuses for $20. I mean the person who's selling a bag of a couple hundred of them for $10, which is where all these came from. I can't remember what values the SG1 uses. Those are 3 amp. I'm pretty sure it has some blues. And then I also, have a very healthy supply of blank QFF fuses. These are little Bakelite blanking thingies. All right, one more little show and tell. My last supply of consumables is wipers. So I've got a very good selection of wipers this is for the Strowger system. I have nothing for North American automatic electric style step equipment. I like that I get to use the term step and Strowger to describe 2 identical but different things, because in the UK they use the term Strowger exclusively to describe their equipment, and here in North America we use the term step to describe our equipment. But hilariously, Strowger was an American, and for some reason his name didn't stick over here, but it did over there. It's funny that the British credit the American and the Americans ignore the American. Mysterious. Anyway, I use the terms because it's easy to distinguish. So these are combs for pulling the magnets in and out, and brushes, wipers in and out of the uni selectors. So you have to stuff one of these on before you pull it out, or when you put it in. Yeah. These are the little shock absorbee mounts off of the uniselectors. I don't know what this is. It looks British. It's been in here forever. These little guys are kind of cute. These get stuffed in the front of the selectors. There's little underneath the jacks where the end links go, there's little holes that these get stuffed into. And these are beautifully over-engineered. They're a split brass pin with this little plastic number on the end. And I also have, which I should put on, a supply of these guys here, pre-made. when I get my system sorted out, these will all go in. And then these are Russian germanium transistors. But these are compatible with the germanium transistors in the tone generator. So if any of them ever crap out, I have backups. Right now they're cheap, and in the future, anything like this, they'll just keep getting more and more expensive. I have those. Plus these. These are for the ring generator, the ringing power supply generator. There's 2 of them. I think they're set up in a push-pull kind of dealy to generate the low voltage, high current that goes into a transformer to become high voltage, low current for the ringing. Anyway, I have 2 of those. There's spares as well. You never know. And then, I think I've shown these before, but somebody found these actually at the local Value Village. Lamps. I have 3 boxes of these. Anybody who collects this stuff will have stacks and stacks of this kind of thing because, like I said, it's not being made anymore. So these are the lamps that are used in the attendance console, and they're also the ones that are used in the selectors to indicate when they're in use. The heck. One more container. My tools. These are my Strowger maintenance tools. These also came with this system. So these are all the GPO specific prescription tools in what's BA, British Association, because this is not metric, thank God. Yeah, so there's some interesting stuff here that's very much needed to maintain the selectors, especially. There's a whole bunch of this thing here is used for stroking the springs of the relays, which sounds like black magic every time I hear about it. I'm trying to find is it buried? Yeah, there's this beautifully machined guy here that gets stuffed across the front of the selector and it locks it from rotating, if I remember correctly. But it's just the quality of machining. I'm guessing hand filing. It doesn't look punched at all. Those are smooth vertical surfaces. Anyway, these kinds of things that are necessary or very helpful for maintaining the system. I know what these are. Anybody want to tell me what these are? I found this was interesting when I opened this up. When I opened up the tool supply and there were a bunch of them. Kind of cool. And then this is one of a set of 3. I need to find the other 2. Spring tension gauges that are part of adjusting systems. So there's little feelers here, different sizes. Why is that? Oh, there we go. So you set this to some, oh, it's loose. I should back it off all the way. Anyway, this is for measuring the pressure of the springs in the relays, the contacts. There should be 3, but I found this shortly after I picked this system up, and this system came from Edmonton, which, if you understand Canadian geography, is a long way from south central eastern British Columbia. It's about let me do the 6, it's like a 10-11 hour drive. But anyway, I found this at like a flea market in a little town called Nelson in British Columbia for a couple bucks. And I just thought it was weird because I'd literally just been given this system, and then I go to this yard sale and there's a GEC tool. I think it's GEC feeler gauges. Anyway, This is a lump of camphor. This was an idea I heard about years ago. Smells good. And the idea being that you stick camphor in a box full of metal things with shiny finishes. The camphor slowly evaporates over time, and it fills the toolbox with camphor fumes, and it displaces any other kind of fumes, like water fumes, which cause rust. So I have that in anything where I have stuff that rusts easily, and it really does work, because I have stuff that I forgot to put that in, not important stuff, and it's rusted. So, if you need an easy rust prevention, find yourself some camphor. I don't know where you... This isn't real stuff. This is fake camphor. I found this in my late father-in-law's basement, actually. Found a jar of it. Do not use product for medicinal purposes. Synthetic camphor. But, see all that crumbliness? That's from it sublimating. It used to be solid block. I will shut up now.